Welcome everyone to the Tactical Tavern. I'm your host Tomas Alas, and in this video we are checking out the brand new Kershaw Iridium. This is their latest offering with a crossbar style lock, and we're going to see what features it has to offer, the pros and the cons, in order to help you decide if it's right for your everyday carry, outdoor adventure, or next tactical mission. And before we get started, a big thank you to Blade HQ for sending this in for testing and evaluation. And make sure you're subscribed and following us on Instagram at Tactical Tavern so you won't miss future videos helping you upgrade your gear. With that being said, let's cut into it. The new Kershaw Iridium comes in with an overall length of 7.87 inches, sporting a 3.5 inch blade, spear point design comprised of D2 steel. I personally absolutely love the looks of this blade. It also has some light jimping up here for added control over any harder cutting tasks. I like that it does help lock your hands in, but it's not overly aggressive to where it's going to wear out your thumb if you're not wearing gloves. On this blade, helping add to the elegant looks is some stone washed flats with satin finished grind and a little swedge up here for some added spice. Deploying this blade is primarily done with the stepped thumb studs, which are ultra comfortable, and that leads us to the handle. It's gray aluminum with a nice coating to it, and we also have a bronze backspacer to give some nice contrast. Locking this into place is their new Duralock, aka Axis Lock from Benchmade, but it is super freaking smooth. If you want to see my first impressions on this knife, I'll make sure to drop a link down below so you can actually get a view of what that was like. It was also in this video that when I took a closer look, I saw the tip was a little bit wonky, so I took this as an opportunity to test out the edge holding capabilities before I decided to reprofile that tip. I have to say I am extremely impressed with the D2 tool steel. It held up fantastic, and I was going through multiple giant cardboard boxes as well as ropes, synthetic and natural, and a variety of carving tasks. At the end of it all, it was still able to pop off a few hairs and had minimal edge damage, which was quite impressive. When it did need that resharpening and reprofiling, it took me a little bit longer than I anticipated. Normally, it'd take a couple passes on the work sharp sharpener and we're good to go. However, it took me quite a few more than I thought it was going to need, and that's really good, telling me that it has great wear resistance and that heat tempering is nailed perfectly. Say what you want about D2 tool steel, but Kershaw nailed it on this Iridium. During this extended cutting testing, I found that the choil down here got snagged a couple times while going through the cardboard. However, when you're cutting right in that sweet spot, it zips through materials with such a beautiful thin geometry. The lock durability on the new Duralock held up very well. I had no issues with it loosening up over time, and it's still rock solid. It also happens to be extremely smooth right out of the box, no break-in period, and it is left-handed friendly. And so is the pocket clip. For carrying around this knife, it has a deep carry clip that is of course switchable over to a left-handed carry. You can open this blade with your thumb, with the flick, with the gravity, but it still has a very strong detent, so it's not going to come undone when you don't want it to. I was fortunate enough to be able to give this to quite a few different people and get their first impressions on it, and most everyone was easily able to work that Duralock or Axis Lock style system, and that made me very happy to see that this is actually a knife that I can see recommending to just about anyone. This knife even made my left-handed recommendation list, and I'd only had it for a short amount of time. I knew this was a winner. This has quickly become one of my favorite everyday carry knives because of the fidget factor, the looks of it, and the versatility in cutting performance. This is right at home in an office environment wearing some slacks, or even in the outdoors. It also has that sharpened spine up there, so you can use it to shower a ferro rod and scrape some fat wood to get a fire going. Looking at this in a self-defense style roll, I don't recommend it just because the grips are a little bit on the slippery side. However, it is very comfortable in reverse grip and for quick deployments. If you do have a solid hold on there, of course that tip is very strong, and so is that lock. I have no problems using this for any of those harder use activities. I am very happy to say at the time of this review, you can find this knife for $64.95 on BladeHQ.com, and I think that is a steal at that price point. It is extremely high value and one of my new favorite knives. I seriously love this platform, love the looks. I'm excited to see what else they do with it, what other handle, color, blades, options, what do we got coming down the pipeline. I want to see more because I'm very excited about this, and I would honestly pay double the cost if it had some higher performance blade steel and even some titanium grips. I love it that much. Kershaw knocked it out of the park with this one. It's like a budget bug out, if you know what I'm saying. Do me a favor, let me know what are your thoughts on the Kershaw Iridium in the comment section down below, and what other gear would you love to see featured here on the channel. If you did enjoy this review or you found it helpful in any way, please make sure to drop a like, share, and subscribe, as it greatly helps grow the channel. And also turn on post notifications so you won't miss future videos helping you upgrade your gear. Also make sure to follow us on Instagram at Tactical Tavern to get behind the scenes content and updates on gear giveaways. With that being said, my name is Tomas Alas. Thank you again for watching. I will see you in the next video. And remember, be prepared, be practical, stay tactical.